Hey guys, it's Via. So it's like 12 hours after I filmed that video. I got some sleep, been editing it. I just kind of wanted to explain the concept behind the video because I know it's very unlike my typical content. But so, throughout quarantine, I've kind of had a shift in mindset. When quarantine first started, it was like, oh, thank God, like, I don't have to go to high school. Like, this is gonna be so nice. It's like a break. But recently, I am a senior in high school, and so graduation was canceled, and prom was canceled, and my dance show was canceled. And so I understand priorities, people's lives have been at risk, and like, I'm obviously not gonna sit here and say my graduation or my prom was more important than keeping the lives of millions of people safe. But it has been a sad time when you lose the events you've most looked forward to. So it's kind of shifted my mindset a bit. I've adapted this mindset of appreciating everything, and it's probably a mindset that I should have had or could have benefited from anyways, even if this wasn't the situation. But the important thing is that I have it now, and I've just been learning to appreciate the little things. And so that's kind of what this video was. Like recently I've been going on a lot of hikes and a lot of long walks around my town and all this stuff, just like appreciating the world around me a bit more. And so, my elementary school is 3 blocks away from my house. I figured, like, why not wake up one morning, or in my case, just not go to sleep, and go see a sunrise there, like appreciate that moment, like before the rest of the world is awake. Like it's kind of a different world in a sense. So that's what I did, and I made the impulsive decision to start filming it. I didn't know if it would turn out any good, if it would be high enough quality for me to even like put on the internet, if there'd be like enough cohesion to make a video out of it even. But yeah, so I just started filming things, and it was a really positive experience, and I thought it was kind of a beautiful moment. I wanted to share it, but I do want to say that in encouraging you to do this and take this moment and being able to, appreciate this moment for myself in my own life, I do understand the privilege I have to be able to do that. Addressing the events that are happening within our country right now, with all the protests and the riots around our country in major cities due to the death of George Floyd and the continued issue of unresolved police brutality and systematic racism in our country. I do know that because of the way I look and because of the family I was born into, I have the privilege to go for walks and go for hikes and not be concerned that someone will, deem me suspicious. And I do have the ability to go to a public property when it's still dark out, wearing a sweatshirt, and not have to worry for my safety in terms of, will someone assume the wrong thing about me just because they took one look at the way I look? And so that is part of me appreciating everything I have in life, and every little moment I have is knowing that I was born with that privilege due to the color of my skin. I also just want to make clear that this is not me saying, oh, I wasn't aware I had privilege until quarantine, or I wasn't appreciative of my privilege until quarantine. That's not it. My privilege from the way I look is something I've been aware of for a long time. This was just, it didn't feel right to post a video and be like, haha, life is so good, when such terrible things and such important changes are being initiated all around our country. Like, it's just kind of like a read the room kind of thing. It didn't feel right to just be like, oh, here's my little aesthetically pleasing video, and not address one of the most important issues happening around us right now. And I want to encourage all of you to sign petitions. You can text Floyd to 55156. You can donate any money you can. I know that not everyone's in that position, but you can donate to the Black Lives Matter movement and the foundation created in George Floyd's memory, but especially to my other viewers with the same privilege, the same white privilege I have, now is the moment to speak up and not be silent. And I wish I could go to the many protests that have been happening around me right now, but I want to encourage everyone to do everything they can to not stay silent in such important, doesn't even seem like a big enough word for it, but I can't even think of another word, but such a pivotal moment, such an important moment. Now is not the time to be silent or complacent. It's not enough to just not be racist right now or to not be problematic right now. It's time to stand up and speak up and be actively anti-racism. So yeah, it wouldn't feel right to post this video about like how I get to appreciate every moment of life and not address, you know, the changes that are happening in the country around us. But yeah, so I don't really know. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I know this is not what I usually create and upload for you guys. It just, you know, it happened and it felt right. I'll get back to my regularly scheduled programming very soon. I'm very sorry if this was not your cup of tea, but I just wanted to, you know, go for it. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. I'll leave some links to places you can donate in the description below, and I'll leave some links to petitions you can sign down there too. Hope you enjoyed. This is just a reminder to live every moment of your life to the fullest. Yeah. See you next time. Bye.